Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the lock. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
How about that play? And yeah, that was a great job by the return man, but how about the execution and the blocking? Everybody getting a hat on hat. They set up that return perfectly. You can't start a game better than that.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. What a return that one was. 95 yards. He took it back for 6. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Movement here from the tight end. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Back to throw, it's Hall. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. first down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. A strike downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. See if they can get it done on second and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14, Ohio State, 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker or get it.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollack.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. On the run, still looking. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Now on first down from the 43. He wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch.
Roll that offense back out there. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
That's the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma State 21, Ohio State 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Touch pass on the right. And the Buckeyes have a first down.
You think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it.
And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Here's the give off the left side. On the move at the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. But a nice job by the defender just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
Fires toward the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense is won, especially on 4th down, and they're going to be coming off the field.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
It's complete to the left. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Oh, the Houdini-like moves get it to the 22.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide out in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is good. Conventionally, they'll do it between the tackles, they'll do it outside, but there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game, and I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll go to the ground. The Cowboys will move the sticks with the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Whitaker. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Off play action. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Try to get it on the ground. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
4th down and short, you want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back getting the football getting downhill, making sure he gets that first down.
Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's got room. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Breeze. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to USF. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to throw, it's Hall. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
He wants to throw here on second down. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Zings it complete to the right.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Oklahoma State 28, Ohio State 7.
And the Cowboys will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look at the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down for you.
The give to the left side.
You know, it's so important for offensive. downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. On a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The Buckeyes get it past the sticks.
Tackle is made at the 17-yard line. The offense with a big opportunity.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Hall. They've got the screen set up. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Now the play fake. Quickly complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And the Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. off the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Turns it on in midfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. They'll go back to the ground. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Oklahoma State 28, Ohio State 14.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. The play action fake. Looking for the score. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell. Good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And would they dare be aggressive on 3rd down this deep in their own territory? Looking to pass, it's Hall. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You try to catch them off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and is slipped out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win too. Man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right, in football, and you can catch breaks, and so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Going up top on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma State! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Looking downfield, it's Hall. Throws to the back. He's got his man. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And the Buckeyes will keep this drive going. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed gimme 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Hall. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. Pass to 50. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Got his man. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Now adjusting. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Back to the air one more time. Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Hall. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling to get down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 2 to Western Michigan. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They want that clock to run. Across the 25, he's got room.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Trying to pound it in. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And the punishment has been extended.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Pass to sticks him still on his feet. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw it. Uncorks it. Connection to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Scanning the field, it's Hall. Get it out on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He caught it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love these goal-to-go situations. Give it to your QB. Don't do any of the read stuff. Don't do any of the stuff that takes time. Go now, get downhill, follow your blocks, and get in the end zone. Nice decisiveness by the QB.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.